Hi guys. So as you can tell by the title of this video, you know what it's going to be about. So I don't even know where to start.
Me neither.
We started our journey back in February 2021. Well, before that, because we pre-planned what we wanted, and then in February last year we found our donor and started the process of having a baby. But there was a lot of lockdowns in Australia 2021, so we couldn't do it officially just yet. And there was just so much stuff going on. And then we finally got to the point of being like, okay, cool, let's go get pregnant and get inseminated. And it's such a long story because originally Bianca was going to get pregnant, and I do have a lot of footage from that process and journey that I was hoping to compile together and show you guys. Basically, when we do get pregnant, that was going to be a part of the announcement video, and it still will be. But now this part is such a big part of the journey, and it's such an important chapter that I just felt like I had to share, because trying to conceive is not always just yay, we're pregnant. So much, it's a lot goes into it, especially being a same-sex couple. So yeah, we found our donor. I had changed my mind, decided that I wanted to fall pregnant after my mum passed away. I just completely changed the way I thought about things, and I watched this video. So I watched that video. My auntie showed me that video, and I'd never seen it before, and it just made me want that.
I've actually also always asked Zoe if she wanted to go first. For a long time, I said, are you sure you don't want to go first? Are you sure you don't want to go first? Obviously, it is a mental thing, so I feel like you have to want to get pregnant. It's not... I know sometimes it just happens for people, but we're in a same-sex relationship. It just doesn't happen for us. We know when we're on this journey, we
have to plan it, obviously.
Yeah, and it definitely takes a toll on you mentally and physically. So you have to kind of want, and you have to kind of want it, and
you gotta know what you're in for.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Not that we were in for this. This is not something that I would have expected to have happened.
It's a part of the journey, though.
Yeah,
and I think that it's definitely important to kind of get the message across, and to know that you're not alone if you are going through this, because we are going through it.
And when it happened, I literally stayed home the next day and just watched so many YouTube videos like this of people talking about their experience of miscarrying, and reading so much stuff online, and just being like, oh, this is actually so normal. And then people
common.
it's really common.
Yeah.
People in my life had reached out to me and been like, yeah, this actually happened to me. This is what I went through. And I was like, okay, this is normal-ish. It's not that uncommon. And so that's what the doctor said too. She really reassured me and just said this is actually kind of normal. And it is actually a blessing that you fell pregnant, because it was the second time that we tried, and the first time I didn't get my ovulation right, and then the second time it actually worked. So that is actually a miracle, and I'm just trying to focus on those positives. We had done about so many pregnancy tests because we were so excited. We literally did so many.
I'm also laughing because when we were first trying, Zoe bought me she thought she bought me ovulation strips, and she accidentally bought me like 300 pregnancy tests.
I think it was only 50.
No, I think it's way more.
We have a video on it, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's how long ago.
Maybe not 300.
That's how long ago
maybe
this
it's
started.
50.
I think it was 50, yeah. It was a lot. It was a big pack of pregnancy tests.
And so obviously now we've been trying. So I just tell Zoe, I'm so impatient. But I'm always like, just pee on a stick. Who cares? We have so many. Just do it. Just do it. And then she does it. But we do it like morning,
twice a evening, 4 times in a day. We did so many.
And at night. And after we conceived, like 2 weeks after we conceived, we were like, let's start peeing on some sticks.
Yeah.
And we did.
I've been doing like 2, sometimes 4 different pregnancy strips every day because we're just too excited and we wanted to see if it got stronger every day. You obviously have to do it on your first like pee of the day. So sometimes Bianca's still asleep, I do it, I put the strip upside down and then we check it together. But because we've been doing it so much, I just wake up and do it and then I just like go and show her, and every single time I show her I'm like, oh look, it's just another like super faint line. And so I did that this morning at like 4 a.m. and it was like super faint. Went back to bed, was like, yeah, whatever, same thing it's been every single morning and night that we've been checking this. And it's now like 7 a.m. and I came back and it's like way stronger than it's ever been. She's gonna lose it. Look at this. So that's the control line. That next to it is the pregnancy line. Oh my god. I'm going to do a blood test today to confirm, but she's gonna flip out. Babe? What? I need you to wake up. Why? Look how strong it is.
No way. Baby.
It's so strong.
Come here.
And then it gradually, from that 2-week point and up until the 5-week point, just got stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. I literally found 2.
I've saved them because
no idea where the other ones have gone. I probably threw them out when I was...
These are the first ones. These are like the first week.
So this was...
They're faint.
They're faint in these, but they're there, right?
Yeah.
And they only got stronger and stronger. And every single day they were getting stronger. And we were like...
This is it.
I'm literally pregnant. Like, there's no way I'm not. Every single stick says positive. And then when it got to like 4.5 weeks, I had missed my period by however many days. And so I went to the doctors and did a blood test. And he was like, yep, you're pregnant. You have like HCGs in your blood. You're literally pregnant. And we were just like...
Remember when we found out? When we were sitting in the car and we were watching Netflix because obviously on the Tesla we were waiting. So we were sitting there watching Cinderella Story, by the way. We were watching Cinderella Story. And the guy calls us, but the way that he says it.
It is positive. However, the number is still very low.
What level does it need to be?
Any level is fine. It's positive. But the level is low, showing that it's probably very early pregnancy.
We're so nonchalant. Like you were just like, what? So she is pregnant.
Yeah, I was like, oh, so I'm pregnant. Like I just expected the moment to be like,
you're pregnant, congratulations. And he just kept reading like her blood levels and saying all this stuff and then saying, oh yeah, you're pregnant.
Very
and
clinical.
kept going.
Very clinical.
Yeah.
But we were so excited. Like we were hyped. We were like, oh my God. And then we both went to work that day and I just cried the whole way to work. Like insanely just sobbed and cried because I was so happy because we've already been through so much trying to get to this point. And I was also really upset because every time something new happens, I'm like so upset about my mum not being here. So we were so excited. And then, so that was like 4.5 weeks. And then on the 5th week, so exactly 5 weeks, I went to my dad's place for dinner and my siblings came over, and this was like our like first announcement.
Does that mean much?
Yeah,
Imagine-
I'll give you guys one of these, but you have to read it at the same time. So here you go. Alright, you guys can open them at the same time.
Okay, ready?
Three.
Wait.
No, she's got a mouthful of
I'm
food.
so
I'm
nervous.
already crying.
Open it.
Will I have babies?
Two.
Oh my god, wait, they all say different things.
Yeah, we all.
Will I be a Gemini or a Cancer?
What does yours say?
Mine says, will I be one or twin? Oh my god, Zoe,
I'm fucking woke.
We have something to show you.
Show me. Don't. Wait, what?
That's positive, baby.
You can't see it on here, but it's positive.
Oh my god, stop it. Seriously?
Yeah. You could be grandma.
You're gonna be a grandma. Grandma Holly.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, Peanut.
We went and had the blood test and he confirmed it. Well, we actually called because we have something to tell you.
What?
I'm pregnant.
Really?
So he's
Yeah.
gonna have a baby.
You're gonna have a baby?
Yeah.
Oh, how cool.
Very nice. Very nice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You can be a granddad.
Yeah, grandpa.
Grandsire.
A grandsire?
Yes.
Grandlope.
Grand blow. And then we went home. We drove home that night and
Mind you, Zoe had already missed her period.
but yeah, my period was missed by like a week and a half or
Yeah.
something. And my period's always on time. And then we came home and I went to bed and then I woke up at 2:00 in the morning in so much pain, like insane period pain, like literally in the middle of the night, which never happens to me. My period does not work like that. It just literally, I get my period in the morning and there's barely any pain until a few hours later. But this was like, I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, something's wrong. And how do you, like, can you, talking about this on the internet is weird. Let's just say so much blood. Too much information? I don't care. Yeah, it was a lot. And I was like, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. And I just like screamed out to Bianca and I was like, babe, like, it's done. And we were both trying to rationalize and be like, maybe this is normal. Like some people still get their period. And I was like, no.
Because Zoe got implantation bleeding. So
Yeah, I had all the symptoms.
Yeah. So she already had the implantation bleeding. Everything was like on track.
Yeah.
And then you just had a lot of blood.
Yeah. And it is weird. It is like the weirdest experience because you're just like, no, go back in time. No, what the hell? And I was so upset and I was like stressed. Like, you know, when you're like so stressed and you're just like touching your face and like panicking and I'm like full on having a freak out at 2:00 in the morning. And I went and found all the sticks and I literally was looking at them going, but there's a line on these. Like there's a freaking line on these. Even these ones that were from like a week after, they literally have faint lines. And I was like in a panic.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to do and I was so upset and I just like kept reading all this stuff online like, please Google tell me that this is normal and I could still be pregnant. Like I'm Googling like...
We were Googling at like 4 in the morning.
Can you still be pregnant if you're like bleeding a lot? And everything on Google was like, no, sweetie, you've miscarried. And I was just like, I was so devastated. For like 48 hours, I literally was just like...
It was just
so upset.
Yeah, it was a very slow morning that morning for sure.
It was like horrid.
Yeah.
And then...
We booked you into the doctors.
Yeah, it was a blur after that actually. Yeah, I went to the doctors and they told me everything about it and she would basically just said like, this is normal. And I was actually kind of annoyed by something the doctor said. So she was like, oh, you know that like years ago before your generation had these kind of like sticks that could show early pregnancy, like women would just get their period at like the 5th or 6th week and just like not even know that they were pregnant and like they didn't know. So like it was nothing to worry about. And I was kind of like, well, I live in this generation and I do have these tests and I was told I was pregnant. So I did know. So that's kind of irrelevant, but thanks, I guess. I was just like, well, that doesn't help me at all. Like, I just feel like sometimes doctors aren't very like personal. They're just like very clinical.
Yeah.
And I just, we were so like, I can't believe this happened.
But it does happen, and it's okay that it happens. It's a part of the journey sometimes.
Yeah.
And obviously it's crazy to think that you were pregnant.
It is crazy.
And that we were like having all these feelings and stuff like that. And it is a roller coaster ride trying to get pregnant and doing this step in your life. It is it's
so insane.
Yeah.
And your hormones change so fast, like almost immediately. My boobs became massive, and I have tiny boobs, and they were huge.
I just want to
like, straight away.
like give you a shout out because you have learned your body. Like, you already knew your body, and you can tell what your body needs for sure. But Zoe is really like honed in on her body completely.
I feel like I've become really in tune with how my body feels. Like, I'll feel like today. I'm ovulating today and I tested it. I've been testing my ovulation obviously for next time that we try. And I was like, yep, I can feel ovulation pains. Like, I know it. I can just feel it now.
Yeah. And I remember when we tried, and like a week after, 2 weeks after, I remember looking at Zoe. We woke up one morning and obviously your body changes a little bit. And when we woke up, she like turned over and obviously we sleep together. So her boobs were massive. I was like, wow. That's when I knew. Like, I literally knew in my head before we took tests. I was like, I just looked at you and I said, you're pregnant.
I felt it too.
I just started crying because I was like so excited, obviously. But I was just like in shock.
Before we took tests, I 100% knew. I was like, my body feels weird. Everything feels weird. I literally at one point was driving and I was like, felt like I was having like a full-on out-of-body experience. Like, it felt like almost like psychedelic. Like, I literally was like, something is happening to me. I feel very different. My boobs were huge. Every time I went and saw some of my friends, and these are like my best friends who knew I was trying, they literally were like, you're pregnant. Like, you literally look so different. One of my friends was like, because I can't really like put on weight. Like, it sounds like it would be a good thing, but I just genuinely can never really, like, it's so hard for me to put on weight. And I just randomly just like filled out. And one of my friends was like, you look like a much healthier weight. Like, you look like you've kind of like filled out on every single spot on your body. And I was like, I know. I literally woke up this morning and was like, what the heck? Like, my boobs are massive. Like, everything just felt like almost like swollen, which also the doctor... Sorry to say something about the doctor again. I'm not trying to be rude, but she was like, yeah, no, like, you wouldn't, like, it's so early, like, you would never know that sort of stuff. And I'm just like,
you live in your body.
I live in my body. Like, I know my body. Thank you. And one of you guys, if you're watching this video, the person who sent me this message, this shook me to my core. I was going through my archive messages on Instagram and I saw a message from someone that said, I'll put it here. I'm pretty sure it says something like, yay, you're pregnant, finally. And I remember seeing it in my messages and I was like, who is this? Like, how do they know? Like, I literally was like, did someone, like, my friends, no one would have ever told, but I literally was like, who the hell is this? Saw that it was someone that I don't personally know. And then I was like, oh, maybe they're just guessing. And I was like, why are they saying this? Realized it was in response to a story. Clicked on the picture. It's me at the beach, right?
I took this picture because I wanted to remember and be like, wow, this is the first week that we found out that you were pregnant.
Yeah.
And I wanted a swimsuit picture because obviously Zoe's body's going to change.
Was it the first week?
Yeah.
But someone sent me that and was like, oh my God, you're pregnant finally. And I was just like, I was pregnant in that photo.
Good one.
You knew it. Like, I literally was like, oh my God. It just like blew my mind because there's also another photo that I'll compare this to. This is basically
so much different
the same photo.
Yeah.
Like, look at my... I know I'm just like trying to be like, guys, look, I was pregnant. Look at me. I swear. So yeah. We're trying to conceive.
We're trying to have a baby.
I just like wanted to say this on YouTube because I also didn't want to just randomly be like, surprise, we're pregnant. I kind of like wanted people to be on the journey with me, and like not just on social media, but like my closest friends and family. Like I wanted to be able to talk to people about it. And especially now this happening, I'm glad that I have told people, because like my best friend is a midwife. Some of my other friends have kids. So it's like just it's good support. Like it's good to have a support network. And one of my other friends also is trying as well. So me and her get to like talk about it, and actually 2 of my friends are trying. So we've been talking about it a lot, which has been really nice. So you just get to share these moments with people. And I just wanted to also share that with you guys so that we can talk about it, because this is literally the biggest part of our life right now. Like everything we talk about today, we literally talking about getting a pet dog, and we were like trying to time it around like having a baby. Like everything in our life is about having a baby.
Yeah. Well, obviously, like you guys are a part of our life, and like we've made you guys a part of our life.
Yeah.
I feel like, and sometimes we're not as open in our life, but obviously that's like our decision sometimes. But I think that YouTube has really grown with us, and I think that like sometimes the videos are more for us sometimes than they are for you guys. But
Yeah, I like to think of them as like
diary
entries and home videos. Like you remember home video styles when you'd go and you'd like put in a video or a DVD, and it's like a home video that was filmed in like the 90s on a film camera. Like that's the kind of content I have of myself when I was younger.
Yeah.
And so I feel like vlogs are the new version of that, where we can look back on this.
It was a part of our story.
Yeah.
And it is something that we've gone through together, and it's something that we will continue to go through together as well. And we're still going through it. Like we still have, we'll have to retry again and go down this journey again, and hopefully everything works out and turns out. And I know that they will, but like for now, this is just a low, and it's a part of our story.
Yeah. I'm sorry if this story was like kind of all over the place. It was a bit of a like blurt out because we haven't done this yet. But if you have any like specific questions, comment them down below, and I'll try to answer them in another video, because this will be a continuous like storyline in our vlog. So if there's anything that you do want to know, message me on Instagram or comment them down below so I can just know what part of the journey you guys care about, if you care at all.
And honestly, this is part of us telling you that we're trying to have a baby, because there's so many parts in the vlog that I've accidentally said, this is the baby's room, or
literally
this is this.
She filmed like a whole video like talking about cleaning the second room.
House, and I said I'm going to clean the second room, and then I like, it's not in the vlog, we've edited it out, but I was explaining our baby room and cleaning the baby room and stuff like that. But that's when Zoe was pregnant.
Yeah.
So it's still our baby room. We're still going to have a baby, but this is us telling you now openly that we are trying to have a baby, and we will probably have a baby very soon, but we just want you guys to be come along with us.
Yeah, because we love your support, and I just like love this aspect of our life, and so I just wanted to share it with you that we're gonna be moms.
Yeah, plus give us like feedback and stuff like that, like people who've gone down this journey and who have conceived or have miscarried or are going down this journey right now as the same time we are. Like what are some things that vitamins you take, or like stuff you eat, just random little things, exercising, little random fun facts that you think helped you in your body.
And I'll be sharing that stuff too. I can share that stuff with you now, which is cool.
Yeah, now that it's public.
Now that it's public knowledge. Thank you guys for your support and sending love. We love you so much.
Definitely appreciate you guys and your
love and support.
And your positivity. All you guys' comments sometimes.
Yeah, we're really lucky. We don't really have any haters.
No, I mean, we probably do have haters. They just don't comment.